Be valuable, not just available, a life-changing principle. Today, we're exploring a transformative concept: be valuable, not just available. This isn't just a catchy slogan, it's a biblical principle that can reshape how you live. In a world that constantly pulls at your time and energy, it's easy to be available to everyone and everything, yet lose sight of your true worth in God's eyes and His purpose for your life. Ask yourself, are you busy or fruitful? Are you chasing approval or aligning with God's calling? Let's dive into how to shift from being merely available to becoming truly valuable, to God, others, and yourself. The cost of availability without value. Being available without purpose leads to irrelevance. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 reminds us, to everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven. If you're always saying yes without boundaries or growth, you risk missing the fullness of your God-given potential. Instead of being everywhere, focus on being purposeful, intentional, and impactful. Joseph's journey, from slave to significance. Consider Joseph's story in the Bible. He wasn't always available, but he was always valuable. Sold into slavery, he didn't complain. He excelled in Potiphar's house with integrity, earning trust, Genesis 39 verse 4. In prison, he didn't despair. He interpreted dreams and built relationships, showcasing wisdom, Genesis 40 verses 8 to 23. His value, his skills, discipline, and faith elevated him to Pharaoh's palace without begging for a seat. Proverbs 22 verse 29 says, "Do you see someone skilled in their work? They will serve before kings." Joseph's preparation made him indispensable. Availability versus value. Being available means being present, being valuable means making a difference. In our fast-paced world, it's tempting to be everywhere, every event, every conversation, every request. But availability without substance leads to being overlooked. Value comes from growth, excellence, and purpose. People don't respect what's always accessible. They value what's rare and impactful. Even Jesus set boundaries. Luke 5 verse 16 notes he often withdrew to lonely places to pray, and in Mark 1 verses 35 to 38, he prioritized his mission over the crowd's demands. If Jesus guarded his time, shouldn't we? Matthew 25 verses 1 to 13, the parable of the 10 virgins, teaches that the wise prepare and preserve their resources, while the foolish squander them and miss their moment. Practical steps to become valuable. Here are 3 ways to shift from availability to value. 1. Invest in growth. Don't wait for opportunities, create them. Read, learn new skills, and seek wisdom. A person who grows is always needed. 2. Pursue excellence. Whether in small or big tasks, do everything with extraordinary dedication. Your work will speak for you. 3. Align with God's purpose. Matthew 6:33 says, "Seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things will be added to you." Prioritize God's plan, and He will elevate you. The power of saying no. Saying no isn't selfish, it's strategic. Jesus said no to distractions to say yes to His mission. In John 11, He delayed visiting Lazarus to fulfill a greater purpose. Nehemiah, in Nehemiah 6 verse 3, refused distractions, declaring, "I am doing a great work and cannot come down." You, too, must say no to what drains you to protect your purpose. Like a rare diamond, your value increases when you're selective with your time. Discipline, the bridge to value. Self-discipline is key. Paul compares life to a race in 1 Corinthians 9 verses 24 to 27, urging us to train rigorously for an eternal crown. Like an Olympic athlete, you must sacrifice short-term pleasures for long-term impact. Set God-centered goals. Proverbs 16 verse 3, create routines with prayer and study, and guard your time. Consistency separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Mindset matters. Your mindset shapes your value. Romans 12 verse 2 calls us to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Stop settling for mediocrity. Surround yourself with those who inspire growth. Proverbs 13 verse 20, and stay consistent even when it's hard. Galatians 6 verse 9. Daniel's wisdom and discipline made him indispensable. Daniel 6 verse 3. Your gifts, when sharpened, will make room for you. Proverbs 18 verse 16. A real-life example. A company once hired an expensive consultant who solved a $1 million problem in 15 minutes. When questioned about his fee, he replied, "You're paying for years of expertise, not 15 minutes." Value commands respect. Availability invites being taken for granted. Your challenge: be valuable. Evaluate your life today. Are you investing in spiritual growth, skills, and discipline? Are you setting boundaries to protect your purpose? Don't chase attention, chase excellence. Be like Joseph, Daniel, or Jesus. Prioritize growth, say no to distractions, and let your value speak for itself. Matthew 5 verse 16 says, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Choose to be valuable, not just available. Your purpose is too significant to be diluted by distractions. Go forth, grow, and let your life testify to God's greatness. If you found this video helpful, like, comment and subscribe for more. Thank you.